evil creature in a violent world.
Of Ghostwriter, then take a pencil and a piece of paper and write down all the suspects you can find in that show. You know, suspects are people who may be doing something wrong. Also, write down your name, age, and address, then mail it to B on Ghostwriter, Box P, Smithtown, New York, 11745. Then, get ready, because one lucky winner is going to get to fly with a parent and a friend to New York to meet the team and appear on an episode of Ghostwriter. Plus, 500 kids will win a Ghostwriter detective kit with all this cool stuff in it. 20 kids will get Ghostwriter jackets, 100 kids will get Ghostwriter t-shirts, and 1,000 kids will win Ghostwriter pens. So, watch any Ghostwriter show, write down all the suspects you can find, plus your name, age, and address, mail your entry to B on Ghostwriter, Box P, Smithtown, New York, 11745, get it in by June 18th, and be on Ghostwriter.
Children's programs on CPTV are made possible in part by member support and the Connecticut Society of Certified Public Accountants. The more you know about business, the more you can count on your Connecticut CPA. Our members offer a wide range of professional financial services for the success of your business.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the incomparable Augustina Provolone.
Everywhere I see them there, I stop and stare at patterns. I don't care, I must declare I've got a flair for patterns. On my hair, the clothes I wear, my savoir-faire is patterns. All I see is patterns, the patterns that repeat. Let's go into the bathroom. I know we're in a room where you would not expect much math. Usually you're in here for a shower or a bath. But if you gaze upon the floor and if you're kind of smart, you'll see the repetition is like geometric art. Wow! Look. Everywhere I see them there, I stop and stare at patterns. I don't care, I must declare I've got a flair for patterns. On my hair, the clothes I wear, my savoir-faire is patterns. All I see is patterns, the patterns that repeat. Hey! A polka meister like myself never has to be bored. I just grab my axe and play some patterns on my keyboard. Now's the time for earplugs if you care about your health. So stand back, everybody. I'm gonna express myself. Look at that! Patterns! I've got blisters on my fingers! Woo! Hey! Aw, get down! Yeah! Help me, somebody! Still there? Okay. Next time you find yourself at an exciting polka party, you can make some patterns with your feet and with your body. If you don't know the steps yet, here's the gang with all the answers. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Weird Al Polka Dancers. Here they are. Everywhere we see them there, we stop and stare at patterns. We
don't care, we must be clear, we gotta flirt for patterns. On our hair, the clothes we wear, our savoir-faire is patterns. All we see is patterns, the patterns that repeat.
Wallpapers, skyscrapers, funny papers, patterns. Evergreens, Bluebell cuisine, human beings, patterns. Garden rakes, wedding cakes, rattlesnakes, patterns. Going sweet, little feet, my heart beat. I gotta stop. Patterns, 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 patterns.
Welcome back to the Open Wide Open, brought to you by Jest, the toothpaste with a sense of humor. Nick Jackloss tees off on the 9th. That's what you call a perfect parabola. Jackloss can't find his ball anywhere. Let's look at that shot again. Yes, a perfect parabola.
Parabolas, brought to you by geometry. Another division of mathematics. It's more than just arithmetic.
You can always crash at my place, Dave.
Hey, come on now, Paul. It was a joke. You remember jokes?
Jokes? Well, it's been a while, Dave.
Oh, how quickly they turn. Well, now it's time for Alicia in Numberland. Please welcome your friend and mine, Alicia Taiping. Well, gosh, what's new out there in Numberland, Alicia?
Well, Dave, I found a great way of tricking people into telling you their age.
Well, couldn't you just ask them?
But what if they won't tell you? And you really want to know.
Oh, yes, indeed. That's a good point, Alicia.
All right, then here's what you do.
Okay. What are you looking for, Alicia?
Where's the blackboard?
Blackboard? I'm sorry, we've had a few budget cutbacks around here, and hang on one second. Cal, can we get something to write on here, or would that break the bank?
Coming right up, Dave.
Cal. Lou?
Hi, Dave.
Was this Cal's idea? That figures. So, Cal, let me get this straight now. Lou's Belly is my new writing service.
You said you wanted something big, solid, and mobile, Dave. This was the best we could do.
Yeah.
I need something to write with, too, Dave.
Yes, indeed. Cal, are we out of writing implements?
Just stick your hand out, Dave.
And beg? Now I know what they're called. Magic markers.
Ball can play, too.
Oh, Greg.
And you guys watch it. Grab a pencil and play along. Okay. Subtract 1 from your age. Sorry, Lou.
No problem, Alicia.
Now double that and subtract 1 again.
You with us, Paul? He's not so good at subtraction.
Now, add your original number to that and tell me what you've got.
111. Beat you, Dave.
Yes, you did. 117.
So, Paul, you're 38 and Dave is
No, don't tell everyone.
40.
You nailed it, Elisa.
Alicia, that is fabulous. Now, how did you do that?
I'll show you. Okay. Step 1. Subtract 1 from your age. So you did 40
Tell me again.
minus 1. Then I told you double that. 39 times 2 is 78. Subtract 1 again, leaving 77. Then I told you to add your original number, 40 in your case, to that, making 117. That's the number you gave me. All I have to do to figure out your age is add 3 and divide by 3. See? 117 plus 3 is 120. Divided by 3 is 40.
Whoa! Isn't that great? I tell you, that's amazing. And you say that this works for numbers other than your age as well.
Of course, you could figure out any secret number this way. But you gotta remember to add 3 and divide by 3 at the end.
That is so spectacular. Thank you very much, Alicia. Listen, adults, don't try this at home unless there's a kid around. You'll just get hopelessly confused, okay? Hey, our time's up. Join us next time. Our guest will be Buddy Hackett, King Carlos of Spain, and Charlton Heston. We'll talk about that hot new nightclub in Tribeca. They're opening. Yeah, see that?
The story you are about to see is a fib, but in short. The names are made up, but the problems are real.
It was Saturday, 12:01 a.m., and New Yorkers were waking early and getting set to mow their lawns and trim their hedges and rake their leaves. Then they realized they didn't have any lawns or hedges or leaves and went back to bed. I was working the night watch out of Mathnet. The boss is Joe Greco. My partner is George Franklin. My name is Tuesday. I'm a mathematician. George and I thought we were going to a mystery weekend game. Took a wrong turn and ended up in the middle of a real mystery, in a real storm, in what more and more seemed like a real haunted house. 3 of 6 guests had been kidnapped, one by one in less than 4 hours. The phone was dead, the bridge was out, and we were isolated. And, I'll admit, a bit scared. Just when we thought that maybe Peeved the butler was the culprit, someone knocked him unconscious. George tended to him. Since it was almost midnight, the 3 remaining guests, Amanda, Sally, and Miles, nervously decided to go up to their color-coded rooms for, they hoped, some much-needed sleep. George and I mused about the problem over a game of color pool. The colored balls in the game matched the colors on the color wheel. Then I noticed that they also matched the colors of the bedrooms, and the sequence was the same as the order in which the missing guests had disappeared. First red, then orange, and yellow. They go in the order of the color wheel.
Could be a coincidence.
It could be a pattern, and if it is, the next would be
Green. That would be Amanda Klein.
right.
Pat, it's been staring at us right in the face and we didn't even see it.
What?
My nagging feeling, the lead in each of these newspaper articles mentions the time that the defendant was released.
So?
So it could be another pattern.
George, another blind justice is missing.
It's a woman. Has to be Amanda or Sally.
It's 12:07. Amanda's in the green room. Green was next. Come on. Upstairs, we found Miles and Amanda had switched rooms. Miles was okay in the green room, but Amanda was missing from the blue. Either the color pattern wasn't working or the kidnapper was one step ahead of us. But maybe the answer was in the time pattern. We asked Miles and Sally when they had been released.
Sometime around 1, I think. I remember exactly what time. It was 12:45. But what does that have to do with anything?
Well, maybe nothing at all. We're not sure. We're just looking for patterns.
Miles decided to retire, and George told me he'd keep an eye on him. I was to watch Sally. George, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. George, what are you doing here? I just heard a man scream upstairs.
It's impossible. I just heard a woman scream downstairs.
Sally.
Miles.
At 12:45 today, Sally Stoup walked from the halls of justice.
At 12:45 today, miles to go, shuffling the daylight.
A free person.
And then there were none.
What are you doing, George?
Measuring. Aha! That's right.
About?
My room. It was bothering me because it seemed bigger than some. So I measured. It is.
So what?
So on the diagram, all the rooms are shown to be the same size. They aren't. Neither are the closets. Mine is shown to be as large as the others, but it's about half the size. Why?
I don't see what this has to do with it.
Ah! The panel in the closet. The black room connects to the orange room. The orange room is connected to the red room, too. Maybe all the rooms have a closet connection.
They can't. Look, the hall cut these off.
That's right. But the black, orange, and red rooms are all connected.
And the yellow and violet could be connected through these closets, and the white, blue, and green connected through these.
I'll check these.
I'll check the others. Here are the facts. The black, orange, and red rooms are connected, and so are the two I checked.
And so are the three I checked.
They're connected, but they're disconnected.
What do you mean?
Well, there's no connection between any of the groups of rooms. The hall cut these three off, and there's no closet between these two rooms.
So we still would have had to use the halls.
It's pretty risky.
True. Someone could have seen him.
All we know is that all of our suspects have been kidnapped, Bart.
Or knocked out. And that means one conclusion.
Which is?
One of us did it.
Not much to do but sit and wait for morning and get word to the police.
Pat. Look.
George, these weren't here a moment ago.
I know.
What does it mean?
Whoever's doing this is still in the house. And we're in a great deal of danger.
George, look at this game. See? It has 3 dimensions. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, Pat, but I don't want to play now.
We've been trying to find connections between the disconnected upstairs rooms, right?
What are you getting at?
Maybe the upstairs rooms are connected, but through the downstairs rooms.
How?
Secret staircases and secret passages. You said your room was larger than these.
Yeah, about 3 feet longer.
That's about it. 3 feet is enough space for a secret passage.
Why not? There could be a stairway anywhere along here if there was a secret passage. And here. Aha! That's why my closet's so small.
What?
There's probably a spiral staircase in there. Well, we may have figured out how, but we still don't know who.
The victims were all kidnapped in the same manner.
Right. A scream, the news clipping, and the statue.
All except Peeved.
Maybe it's time for Dr. Franklin to pay a call on patient Peeved. What's that?
The phone. Communication has been restored.
You answer the phone, I'll check on the patient. Meet me in Peeved's quarters.
Hello. Yes, this is Within. Very definitely is. The phone company? We have some trouble here. Will you contact the police and send help as soon as they can get through? Thank you. George, the police will be here as soon as they can. George? George? There's no time to be Where are you? Let's play What Do I Know? I know I'm alone in a haunted house. I know there's a storm outside. I know that 6 people have been kidnapped. And I know that George is missing. Ergo, I know I am alone. George, where in the world? You're not George.
No. I'm paid.
I'm a little ticked off.
Don't run that line, Mickey.
Right. So, the butler really did do it.
Yes, I planned every step, every thought. It's my plan. Mine, do you hear me?
Oh, sure, loud and clear. Tell me, Pete, where are the others?
Incarcerated.
Incarcerated at the little town in New Mexico, isn't it? Mighty pretty country out there. In fact, I have a brother-in-law.
Cease! You will join the others, my little mathematician.
Mathematician? Bet you say that to all the girls. You're into math?
I hate math. I hate it. That's why the others are here, because of math.
You hate math? Is that so? Perhaps you'd like to talk about it.
The others are all guilty of crimes. They were let go because of mathematics.
I find that difficult to believe. Not impossible, you understand? Just difficult. Pete, who owns this house?
I do. This is my place. It is my beloved sanctuary. I have been at my wits' end since I left the courts.
Just what exactly did you used to do before you became whatever you are?
You don't know.
No, I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to pick up People magazine for weeks.
Yes.
Whoa! Prosecuting attorney? No. Newspaper reporter? No. Judge? No. Retired psycho?
Court stenographer.
Court stenographer? The person who records testimony in court cases?
The very same. That's how I know about these 6 criminals.
But they aren't criminals. They were found innocent by a jury of their peers.
The juries were wrong, but I will make it right. Justice will be done.
Peachy, where in blazes have you been?
In these passageways. They run all through the house. Practically every room is accessible by secret panel, upstairs and down. It's amazing.
That's great. You're admiring the architecture while some mathematics-hating court stenographer is trying to do me in.
You were safe. I've been listening to you.
Listening? How could you listen to us?
The whole house is wired for sound. Did you notice something peculiar about the screams we kept hearing?
No.
Well, I did. There were really just 2, and they always sounded the same. A man's scream and a woman's scream.
So?
They were tape recorded and programmed by a computer as to where and when to go off. Pete controlled it.
You mean when I heard a man scream upstairs and...
And I heard a woman scream downstairs. The tape recording was programmed to do that. You heard the man scream through a set of speakers on the first floor. It had an echo, so you thought it was coming from upstairs. Here's the system.
Do you know where the others are?
No, but I heard that they're all right. Let's see if we can find them.
The court of last resort is in session. All who have business in front of me shall rise. Justice will now be done.
It's Peeved. I guess he got tired of chasing you.
I was playing hard to get.
And you, Winston, are guilty of stealing 10,000 silver coins. I'm not guilty. I was innocent, you ninny. I proved mathematically that the weight of 10,000 silver coins could not possibly be carried by one man.
I proved by a simple comparison of distance, rate, and time that I couldn't have robbed that bank either.
Mathematics again, trickery and deceit. I'll have none of it. You are both guilty and will spend the next 7 years at wit's end.
doing community service.
Oh, no, no, no.
I think it is becoming clear, my dear criminals, that we live in a land of laws, not of mathematics.
Well, we agree with you, Your Honor, but we were tried under the law, and we were found innocent.
Now, you tricked the jury by using mathematics.
Hey, Judge Man, we didn't trick anybody with mathematics. Math helped us tell the truth.
I'll have no more of your sniveling.
Let me ask you something, Peeved. Did you study math in school?
Yes. Well, perhaps study is too strong a word. You mean you didn't do well in math? No, I didn't. And do you know why? Because I couldn't see where I would ever use it in real life.
You failed math?
Yes, and so what? I now sit as judge and jury of your feeble, math-infected lives.
All right, Louis, drop the cake.
All this because he hated mathematics.
Yes, it was such a waste. Mathematics is accessible to everyone. And it's free.
Thanks. The police should be here any minute.
Miles. Miles, aren't you ever going to play the middle of that song?
Hey, man, I told you, I don't remember it.
It's the police. George, I think all is well.
Hey, man, that is it.
Steve the butler was tried in Sullivan County in and for the state of New York and found guilty of a 135.20 kidnapping in the first degree, a 195.00 official misconduct, and a 120.15 menacing. He went to state prison, where he learned to love mathematics, teaches it to others, and has become an advisor to a television show called Square One TV.
'Masterpiece Theater is next, here on CPTV. We invite you to stay tuned.
Square One TV is a production of the Children's Television Workshop. This program was made possible by grants from the National Science Foundation, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and by the financial support of viewers like you.
Corporate funding of Square One TV is provided by the Intel Corporation Foundation. Intel's technology is the brain power for computers in your life. Intel, the computer inside.
For a complete set of Square One TV teacher resources, send a check for $9.95 to DTW School Services, Box SQTV 5, 1 Lincoln Plaza, New York, New York, 10023.